Yo, what's going on, Dragon Ballers? Welcome back to another discussion video. Today we are starting our discussions on the final color pool of the set 14 cards. We'll be starting our discussion with yellow today, talking about SS4 Goku. And as you guys can probably see by the thumbnail, I'm pretty excited for this one. So if you're new here, make sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell so you never miss a video. And if you guys want to help support the channel, there are many ways in the description to do so. But today, guys, if you're looking for custom sleeves, play mats, other TCG accessories like that, use the link in the description to your playmat. You get 10% off your order down there. The stuff they make, guys, is so high quality. I love the custom sleeves from yourplaymat.com. Again, link in the description to get you 10% off your order. Maybe you want some SS4 Goku sleeves or some SS4 Gogeta sleeves, something SS4 themed for your SS4 Goku deck. Again, link in the description. Check them out. Let's get into the video. Alright, we'll start by covering the leaders. So we have Kid Goku on the unawakened side. Auto and his card attacks, draw 1. Auto, if you have 2 or more energy, when a yellow battle card is revealed from the top of your deck, placed in your drop area, and played by that card's skill, you may flip this card over. If you do, draw 1, and then switch one of your energy to active mode, then add cards from life to your hand until you have 5 left. So that's the whole gimmick of the deck, is kind of milling the top card of your deck, even though it's not technically like a burst effect. It's like this really wordy, jumbly effect, which I really wish they came up with a keyword for this, or even just did burst, and like if you bursted a certain card, you know, play it, whatever. That would have been way cleaner than all this weird stuff they felt like they had to do to spell it out for us. But yeah, that's the whole gimmick of the deck. Awaken, realize 4 or less, draw 2 cards and flip over. That's the normal awaken, but most often you'll be able to use that auto to get yourself flipped over. Then we have SS4 Goku, Return from Hell. So from here on out, I'm going to refer to this leader as Hellboy. Why? I just think it's a really cool reference to a piece of fiction that I really like, and I think it's a pretty cool nickname to shorthand the deck. I'm not really a fan of like the Ku nicknames like Hell Ku or Kid Ku or Starter Ku. I think it sounds kind of corny, so I'm gonna be calling this guy Hellboy. If you guys like it, you guys can do the same. I definitely encourage it. But anyways, auto this card attacks, draw 2 cards, then choose 1 card from hand and place it on top of your deck, and this card gets plus 5,000 power for the battle. So gaining power is always great on an attack, just extra beef. You can swing at like 20k Unisons, swing at 20k battle cards, just put more pressure on your opponent's leader. That's awesome. But the thing with the deck is you have a lot of ways to stack your deck. So this deck is actually going to take a lot of decision making. I don't really think this is going to be one of the easier decks to play, so it might not be super beginner friendly, but if you guys put the time into sequencing your turns correctly and making sure you know what's going to be on top of your deck when you draw, and you know the cards you want to mill into play like that, I think it's going to be very rewarding. So activate main, add up to 1 Android 18 Defender of Heroes, which is the Unison for the deck, from your deck to your hand, then shuffle, then choose a card in your hand and place on top of your deck, then negate the skill for the game. So even that right there gives you the ability to stack your deck for one of your effects to mill into play something. Activate main once per turn, Spirit Boost 1, reveal the top card of your deck and place it in your drop area. So that's another way to just get your effects off that allow you to play battle cards. Here we have the Unison, Android 18 Defender of Heroes. It's a 1-drop 4K yellow Unison. So keep in mind, that means it's technically very weak, but there are some nice ways to protect it, like Vegeta Prideful Transformation, the counterplay that goes for free with yellow Unisons. It's a blocker and also rests a battle card that's entering play, so you do have some good protection there. Auto once per turn, when you remove a marker from this card using Spirit Boost, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards and switch it to rest mode. So you can even get some free defense there if you're able to resolve Spirit Boost defensively. Most of the effects though will be offensive Spirit Boosts. Activate main +2, look at the top 3 cards of your deck, place them on top of your deck in any order, so you get that good stacking that allows you to put cards into play. Activate main -2, draw 3 cards, then choose 2 cards in your hand and place them on top of your deck in any order. So it essentially boils down to a draw 1, but you do get the deck stacking, which again is important for the strategy. Sun Goten, the Brawler, we have a 1-drop 4K battle card, one of the starter cards for the deck. Once cards played, look at top 5, add up to 1 yellow Sand with energy cost of 4 or less, or 1 yellow Unison with a specified cost of 1 and shuffle your deck. And then activate main if you lead a card as a yellow Sun Goku GT with 10,000 power, and you discard this card from your hand, reveal the top card of your deck, and place it in your drop area. So this card's a little weird because it's only live, at least the activate main's only live, on your unawakened side, and I also don't like how it's a discard cost, because it just means you're losing hand size, and there are other ways to trigger your effects in the deck without having to sacrifice hand size. A trip to hell though, this card's absolutely insane. 0 cost extra card, activate main for 1 yellow. If your leader card's a yellow Sun Goku GT card, draw 2 cards, choose a card in your hand and place it on top of your deck, and then reveal a top card of your deck and place it in your drop area. Again, I feel like that could have just been like a burst mechanic and it would have been fine, but regardless, this for 1 energy essentially lets you put into play any of the mill into play guys that are in your hand, so that's incredible. Activate main limit 1. If your leader is a yellow Son Goku GT card and you have 3 or more energy, reveal a top card of your deck and place it in your drop area. So just excellent card, absolute 4 of 110%. Goten, while it is it tells you it's a starter card by searching and setting up some of your plays, I don't love it in the deck because again it's only live on the Unawakened side and you have to pitch for it, so it's not the best in my opinion. Next up, we have Trunks the Brawler, which is funny because there is a Goten Trunks GT line where you can fuse into a Gotenks, and they're both the same power, so you could technically use those for that if you wanted to tech that Gotenks into this deck, and if the format calls for it, that card's like not terrible, but just something I wanted to mention there. Auto, if your leader card's yellow, when this card's revealed from top of your deck and placed in your drop, you may play it from the drop, and then auto, when this card's played, draw 1, then choose a card in your hand and place on top of your deck. Activate main once per turn, Spirit Boost 1. If your leader card's yellow Son Goku GT, reveal the top card of your deck and place it in your drop area. So you can put this guy into play for free, and as long as you have your Unison online, you're able to start resolving your other Spirit Boost effects to get your other guys into play, which is nice. Son Gohan the Brawler, we have a blocker auto. If your leader is yellow and this card's revealed on top of your deck and placed in your drop area, you may play this card from your drop area. Very, very simple blocker. And then Pan is another blocker, and she has auto limit 1. If your leader card's yellow Son Goku GT and your opponent has 2 or more energy, when this card's revealed on top card of your deck, place in your drop, play from the drop, then you may have your leader card gain critical for the turn. So she has limit 1 where you can only put 1 of her into play, which should be absolutely fine. You're not really going to be spamming these into play too much, and if you are, you can put different ones into play, so that should be nice. But yeah, she's really good. I would definitely play her over the Gohan. I don't really think you play both. Maybe you can side the Gohan for like aggro matchups to put more blockers into play. That seems like a kind of a cool strategy. Vegeta the Brawler, I actually really like this card. Counter attack, negate the attack and play this card. And then auto, if your leader is yellow Son Goku GT, when this card's played, reveal the top card of your deck and place it in your drop area. And seeing all this yellow Son Goku GT stuff did just remind me that these cards are technically playable in the really old lineage SS4 Goku leader, but I mean, that leader just not going to be that good, unfortunately, but it's something I wanted to mention again that I thought of. Going into the next set of battle cards, we have Self-Restraint SS Son Goku. We have a 3-drop 19k blocker. There are a ton of blockers in this deck. Auto for a yellow. If your leader's yellow, you can mill it into play. And then when this card's played, draw 1, place up to 1 card from on top of your deck, then choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards and switch it to rest mode. So that's really cool there. You get the draw, but you don't have to place a card from hand on top of your deck. Like, you can do it if you want to set up one of your burst plays, but you don't have to, so you can just keep the raw draw 1, which I think is really, really cool. SS4 Goku, the Brawler, we have Deflect, Double Strike, Auto for a yellow, you can mill it into play, and the other auto when this card's played, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards in rest mode and KO it. So that's really nice because it helps the deck, or yellow in general, I guess, with one of the things that yellow struggles with, which is removal. So that's awesome. And then Son Goku, Return of the Dragon Fist. This card's actually insane. I really wish it was getting an SPR, but still, the card's incredible. 8-drop, 25k, Deflect, Double Strike, Auto when this card's played, choose up to 2 of your opponent's battle cards in rest mode and KO them. Activate main for 3 yellows. If you have 4 or more energy and a yellow Unison card in play, play this card from your hand. And activate main once per turn, Spirit Boost 2. If your leader card's mono yellow, this card gains dual attack for the turn, and your opponent can't activate skills on battle cards with original energy cost of 7 or less from any area when this card is in a battle. So as far as I know, that goes into effect like as soon as you declare an attack. So if your opponent wants to like use a battle card and negate, they're not going to be able to do that. They're not going to be able to block, I believe. They're not going to be able to do a whole lot of things when this guy attacks. It does say 7 or less, though, so that is going to allow for most secret rares to activate, like Baby Hatch or like Spring Kai of Time, Space Time Unraveler. But still, this card is an absolute beast. I love it. It's the main win con of the deck. Gives you that turn 4 win potential. But yeah, with Mecha taking the hits that it's taking and yellow kind of being a bit more free-for-all in terms of what's going to be good, I think this deck has serious potential. So, of course, I want in the comments below what you guys think. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.